Hi guys, it's Thomas here from COTBASE.com. In today's video, I'd like to give you some explanation on how to effectively use the iCOT Intraday Indicators. Both the basic or the one with the after signal, doesn't matter. I have received a few questions and a couple comments to my video, my COT review I've done yesterday. For the 49th Commitments of Traders report for 2023. So I figured it's best if I just do an entire video explaining to you how you can really do the proper settings, okay? So first of all, I'd like to emphasize what I always tell you, that the iCOT Intraday Indicator was developed based on concepts and experience that we have gained throughout the years analyzing the Commitments of Traders report. Our desire and goal was always to create an indicator that can be used on live markets, basically you can bring it down to the micro trading arena. We are very proud of this indicator. However, it does have its limitations, and these limitations mainly come from the platform limitations, TradingView and NinjaTrader. So the limit settings in the indicator are static. They're not dynamic. So they do not follow the changes in market circumstances. So it's something you need to learn in order to properly use the indicator in your trading world. Before we jump into that, again, so what's the connection here? Okay, so the connection is because you see those COT chart like indicators underneath the price chart, the iCOT scores lines, and what we've created over there is something very, very similar to what we do in COT analysis. This in front of you is the coffee market. It's a 5-year chart, great example to show you extremes. And if you follow my COT reviews, I'm sure you can understand that COT extreme analysis is very, very important. It works really well. It can signal changes in the trend. You can see over here from December 2019, we have a significant top in the market. It happens when there's a bearish extreme in the market. We can see a nice example for a bullish COT extreme. Now I'm going to do something I don't do in my COT reviews. I'm going to switch over to a COT index. Okay, COT index is a way of analyzing the Commitments of Traders data. We're going to use a default 3 years look back period. So we're going to turn off commercials net positions and turn on commercial COT index, and we're going to do the same thing for large speculators. We're not going to touch small speculators just for the sake of ease. It's easier to explain over here. And by the way, the iCOT score lines are only two. There's the green, we can call them large speculators, and the red, we can call them commercials. So as you can see, this is going between the 0 and the plus 100 levels. Okay, so these are, I'd say, limits, and at those limits you can see what can happen. I'm going to show you the two extreme cases. So commercials at 100 reading is a great signal of a bullish stress in the market, and of course opposite is also true. Large speculators at 0 is the same signal. So we took that and brought it into the iCOT Intraday Indicator. Now what I'm going to do in today's example, I'm going to just start off showing how you can create that indicator and show what you saw in the video. We're going to set it up. So we're going to add the scores. I know some people don't even add it to the chart because they just want to see the flashy signals, but without understanding that the scores is really the heart and soul of our indicator. This is where all the work has been put into. You're not really gonna be able to use and benefit from it in the long run. So it is not a bad default setting, and it works pretty well on many markets, our indicator. But I do find that by taking it a step further and understanding how to really do the settings would give you a huge advantage. So as I've said in my previous videos, I do use two indicators at the same time. One that's focused on buy signals, not stripe any, but any long. Okay, let's first do that and change the other one to any short. Okay, so that's the first thing that we are going to do. Okay, and here we go. So again, we have the COT index, right? It's between 0 and 100. iCOT scores goes between plus 100 and minus 100. Okay, it's a little bit different, but the same concept. And again, what we're interested in is in extreme readings on the scores. Okay, now you do have to open a, I don't know, let's say 200 candlesticks time frame. The reason I'm calling it 200 candlesticks because you have to do the same thing if you switch from 1 hour down to like a 1 minute candlestick chart or a daily, or you switch to a different market. The default settings might not work. And if you really want to use the indicator well, you open up the settings and you can see these are the default settings. So marker is what the red line will give you. The yellow diamonds on the charts over here, you can see the bearish signals above the candles and the bullish underneath the candles. Okay, so those signals appear when the red line, call them commercials, reach that limit. By default, okay, by default, it's set to plus 70 to minus 70, okay? Speculators candle coloring, that's what happens when the green line reaches a limit, the candle changes color from green or red to blue. Okay, that's how we represent an extreme in the green line, large speculators. Okay, now if you look at the chart, close this for 1 second and focus your attention on the red line right now, and you take a horizontal line and you kind of put it to, you know, a level where you see that that's sort of the upper limit of the indicator. You can see that it's around 60 to 65. You know, you can argue either way. Okay, it's around, let's say, 60. The lower limit, I'd say we can use, let's say, 65. Okay, so just by eyeballing it, we can see that the iCOT scores commercials line is running between plus 60 and minus 65. So right away, we're going to change the default setting to 60 and minus 65. Not a huge change, but it's a change. Important because these two indicators are not communicating with each other. We have to change right away the settings for the other indicator as well. Okay, so that was the first step. We took care of the red line. Now large speculators green line. I'm not sure, did I make a mistake? Yeah, sorry guys. So green line, as in the case of classic COT analysis, we call them large speculators red, commercials. You can call it whatever. It's obviously not COT data from CFTC, but it is mimicking the same extremes, and we use the same concepts. So green line. Green line is, I'd say the upper limit is, I can feel it around 80. Again, up to you know, discussion. But I'd say 80 is a pretty good level for the upper limit. How about the lower one? I think it can be defined as 55 minus 55, right? So we're going to change the settings from 85 to 80, from minus 85 to minus 55. Okay, and we're going to do that with the other indicator as well. And there we go. That's how we got these new signals, okay? It just, you know, works better on this this time frame in today's time, in this past 2.5 weeks. Obviously, a month from now, it should be revised, or you know, whenever. It's if you feel that it's not working properly, or the extremes are getting larger and larger, you can redefine it. It's going to change. It's, you know, markets are changing. So by redefining those limits, you can really take advantage of the indicator. We have created a couple videos explaining how to use this indicator. So I'm not going to go into all the details for the settings, but there are a couple important things. And briefly, I'd mention, so you can, you know, choose where your stop line should be when you want to exit from a trade. And obviously, you're going to trade differently on a 1-hour candlestick chart, a 4-hour candlestick chart, than on a, you know, a 1 minute, 2 minute time frame. So you really have to adapt to the trading environment with the settings of the indicator. Okay. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out either through comments underneath the video, or by sending us an email to info@cotbase.com. We're here to help and assist you. Obviously, the iCOT Intraday Indicator, as amazing as it is, a very highly complex indicator that took us many, many years of development, is not the Holy Grail. As all indicators, you have to do your homework. You have to know how to use them. And I believe this video is serving that purpose, explaining to you how you can benefit from the indicator. I hope you can give it a try. Feel free to reach out. I'm more than happy to give you a free trial if you need one on TradingView to test it yourself. We do believe that this indicator can give you value if you do your homework and understand how to use it. Most definitely, it's going to be beneficial. Thank you for your attention, and have a wonderful rest of your day.